Hello everybody, I am PsyStarcraft and welcome to another StarCraft 2 commentary. Sickest split ever, GLGL from vilePsY. Myself, in the rights, bottom rights, rightish, something-ish, 326 position as the Red Zerg. My opponent, FXOtgun from the team FXO, a very baller team. Huge fan of them. I've never seen any of them ever BM or be D-bags. As far as I know, in the top right as the blue Zerg. Now, I hate Zerg versus Zerg. If you watch my stream, you know that. I streamed this morning starting at 10 a.m. PST, went for over 3 hours. If you guys are interested in checking that out, it's twitch.tv/PsyStarcraft. And if you want to be notified when I am streaming, you can follow me on Facebook at PsyStarcraft and Twitter at PsyStarcraft. And now we can see here already I'm stopping drone production. You can see in the production tab that I'm not making anything, and that means I'm not making anything. And I am building up to 200, throwing down that pool, going for that 10 pool. And FXOtgun, you are already my fan because you are a fan of me. It's fun. It's kind of fun to play people you watch for months, and you know this guy is really tooting my E-horn, my E-peen right now. So I felt like I'd honor him by casting this game, making him popular. FXOtgun, a giant baller. Now all of you know that. Enjoy. And yeah, 10 pool isn't necessarily cheese. It's the closest you can come to cheese as a Zerg without actually being cheese, in my opinion. It can be very effective in Zerg versus Zerg. As you see here, I have scouted him. I know he's not going a pool, and I put my spawning pool all the way down there so he would see it as late as possible. And as a result, you'll see something interesting happen here. Pool is finished, 6 slings on the way. Oh, whoops. And he's forced to cancel his hatchery, so already he's losing some mining time on this drone. He's losing 75 minerals from the hatchery cancel. And now he has to frantically throw up his spawning pool and get some Zerglings out. But now he's claiming, you know, he's going to have some sick drone micro. Now 14 drones, soon to be what, about 17 drones against 6 slings. The lings are kind of outnumbered, so if I pick off a couple, I'll be happy, but forcing the cancellation of that hatchery was definitely a good thing. But now, normally to follow up a 10 pool, you will just drone up. You'll get lots of queens and drone up. But I thought he might be weak, so instead of droning up and getting a queen immediately after the 10 pool, I decided to just keep rallying links, and I decided to send a drone in to try to spine him up and hopefully stall his drones long enough for my spine to finish. Now, is it going to work? We're going to have to see here. He does pull his 3 drones off after getting a bit of damage, and 6 slings against so many drones, 18 drones, trying to take as many drones out as I can. 10 to 18 right now on the harvester count. Am I going to kill a drone? It looks like I have killed 2 drones right now, but he does force cancellation of that spine with some nice splitting from his drones. 11 to 14 now, and I am rallying lings. I'm continuing, I can't speak right now, continuing to rally lings, and this spine was trying to be produced, but the lings actually blocked it off. Sniping those lings, and is he going to get another drone? Am I going to? No, I am not. Harvester count now sitting at 14 to 11. So perhaps after the initial 6 lings or 8 lings, this guy just does not want to live, man. Terrible ling management. It wasn't too bad in the beginning, but now once they started rallying, it just went disastrous. But as I was saying, it wasn't a terrible attack. I think just the initial 6 lings would have been worth it rather than rallying lings. I think I would have been ahead in that case, but he actually defended it pretty well with his drones. He was able to split off and kill that spine crawler effectively. And now it's 12 to 13. I do have my queen out sooner than him, and it looks like I have forced a spine crawler, so that's always good. But if we had to say if someone was ahead, I would say that FXOtgun is slightly ahead right now. If we check out the units, he's got 2 more drones, he's got 3 more Zerglings, and actually now I have 2 more drones, but he's probably going to surge up ahead in a second here. Well, actually, he's not injecting. He actually got a creep tumor. He's waiting on that second queen to inject, so I don't know about that. I would have went for that inject instead of that quick creep tumor. You really got to get those injects early on as a Zerg. And look at this, getting into my base. He does, looks like he does kill a Zergling, or he does kill a drone rather. Still 18 to 16. There, he snipes another one. 17 to 16. Spine now completing for myself. Now, after he threw away all those Zerglings, it might have been a good idea to cancel that spine. 8 more lings on the way for me, and looks like T-Gun is going to be droning up now. He's got the 2 queen block off with the spine supporting it. This is actually very common as a Zerg. Normally, you might want to do it with 3 queens just so you have one that can run back and inject at will. But you never know. Now we are comparing harvester counts, 16 for me and 17 for him, so we were both about right on, and it's a very even game, so I wasn't sure if that's what he was talking about. I'm assuming it was. What are we typing again? And now he's talking about how OP infestors are, and it's really true, too. Fuck yeah, I hate infestors! Anyway, Check out production tab. He's massing up the drones, and I am making lings, actually. A whole lot of lings. I've got a whole lot of money. We both have a ton of money, and that's what happens when you get stuck on one base as Zerg, and you have no tech. You just have to get massive, massive amounts of drones or lings. It's really all you can do. Looks like I have pulled off gas, all but one drone off of gas, and still just producing lings. This drone is going out. Looks like he's going to take an expansion, so that'll drop my minerals quite a bit. But at this point, we're both expanding, macroing up, and by macroing up, I mean he's making drones, and I am not. I am now 32 out of 42. Looks like I'm waiting for another inject. There it goes. And now check out the production tab. 10 more Zerglings on the way. I felt like I was way far behind. However, I wasn't far behind. I wasn't that far behind. If I would just expand and played normal, I probably would have been at a slight disadvantage. But still, it wouldn't have been disastrous. Now, here is a critical moment in the game. Sending my Overlord in, seeing what he's doing, I do see the lair, but the most important thing about this time in the game is he has 4 inactive Overlords doing absolutely nothing. That's what it means when they're inactive. He needs to have one maybe right out here, right out here, right out here, right out here. And as a result of not using your Overlords in a ZVZ when they are completely safe, this is happening. Baiting the queens in with the Overlord, running in the front with the lings. Now, if he had the 2 queens off here, out there with 100 energy each, it would have been no contest. There's no way my lings would have busted it down. Too many transfusions, too many lings dead. And now, as a result, it's not looking good. The retard magnet Overlord did its job. Now he's surrounding the spine. Good job of surrounding the spine, but I'm just going to ignore it. Not going to worry about trying to pick up that spine if I don't need to. I'm just going to go focus down the lair. He was actually making an overseer, but smartly canceling that. Rallying some more Zerglings. He is throwing down an infestation pit. That might be a bit useful against Zerglings. You got to land a couple good fungals to take them out, though. One fungal will not kill the Zerglings. And now his lair is done. He's not mining at all. He's just now getting back to mining. And a smart maneuver. Good players like this are able to bring themselves back into the games in crazy situations like this. He's walling me off with double Roach Warren. He could not build evolution chambers at the time because he didn't have a hatchery. So he had to build Roach Warrens. And I can't get out. I'm trying to focus down that drone, but it's only like 1 or 2 Zerglings that can actually attack it. And now I'm kind of just trapped in his base. But I did anticipate this. I have a Baneling nest on the way. I kind of thought I might need Banelings because he had so many drones and spines. I wouldn't be able to do it with just Ling. So that Baneling nest was started before I killed that hatchery, I believe. That lair, I believe. And now I'm going to try to bust out of here with Banelings. Hopefully I can do it. This is a single hole right there that I can get to. Couldn't make a pool or evolution chamber. Now, he has creep here. I could morph in my Banelings right here. I know he has the creep. I feel like if I did go Banelings, he'd be able to respond to it somehow. I don't know how. So I am choosing to morph my Banelings out of vision. So he will have less time to react. 8 Banelings coming. Notice I have lings at the front ready and lings in the back, or in the back and the front, I should say. And here come the Banelings. Now, one interesting thing about these Banelings is it actually wouldn't let me right-click this spawning pool. So I was trying to right-click the spawning pool. I was like, what's going on? Why is nothing happening? I end up having to right-click on the Roach Warren, as you'll see here in a second, and the splash will hit that spawning pool, of course. And down go the Roach Warren and the spawning pool. Infestor almost with enough energy for fungal. No, he did not have pathogen glands. Otherwise, he could have killed every single Baneling there. And it looks like I will be able to clean up these 2 spine crawlers. Is it going to happen? Oh my god, there's no music on. That's why this was so boring. Music, commence, go! And there goes down all his spines and all his drones, and T-Gun leaving the game after an unfortunate queen pull, taking out that Overlord. And I was able to run by and just mass ling. ZVZ is a lot of coin flipping. It's a lot of luck. It's not a very skill-oriented matchup in a lot of cases. But I hope you guys enjoyed that game. Saw some weird little busting out of his own base and the Overlord bait. And I hope it wasn't too unbearable without the music. But as always, now I'm going to eat my walnuts.